In assignment A5, we're given a question that looks very similar to this. The only change that you might see on your assignment, of course, is that red coefficient, the 7, might be different. But in this version of the problem, the function is x cubed minus 7x squared, and we're asked to find the point or points on the graph where the tangent line is horizontal. And through our studies in lesson 3.1, we know that a horizontal tangent takes place when the slope is 0. And we also know that derivative functions help us find the slope. So in a nutshell, what we're going to do is we're going to use our derivative rules to find f prime of x. We're going to set that equal to 0 and see what our points are. Okay, so let's get started with this. The original function, let me change this. This is just me talking to myself right now while I hit some buttons. And I am now done hitting those buttons. So I'm going to get back to writing. F of x is x cubed minus 7x squared. The derivative using our power rules, f prime of x, is 3x squared. We bring the exponent down in front, subtract 1 from it, minus 14x. Bring the 2 down, multiply by the 7, and then subtract 1 from the 2 to make that x to the first power. So here we have our derivative. To find the places where the tangent is horizontal, we're going to set the derivative equal to 0 and solve. This is a quadratic, so our best chance is to factor. Looks like I can factor an x out of this, and it factors as 3x minus 14 times x. And what we'll do is, of course I'm going to have to kind of go over here, but we're going to use a zero product property to figure out that either x equals 0 or 3x minus 14 equals 0. If x equals 0, we're done, we've got that point. And in fact, if we want to find the y value, we just plug in 0 into f, and you'll see that that's also 0. So that's why up here the answer is written as 0, 0, and that's what we would type in. So we've got the correct answer there. To solve this other half, we're going to add 14 and divide by 3, and we get x equals 14 thirds. And again, to find the y value, we substitute 14 thirds into f. And a little handy dandy calculator will tell you that that's going to be 1372 over 27. So I go up here in the box and I put 14 thirds for the x coordinate and negative 1372 over 27, which is also the value indicated here in the answers. So be careful when you're typing these in. When it asks for the smaller value, it means the smaller value of x, which for us is 0. 14 thirds is bigger than 0, so that would be what we call the larger value. Also, the y value here is 0, and the y value here is negative 13 over 72. That's not what they're referring to when they say that, because negative 1372 over 24 is smaller than 0. Now we're going to look at the x values, so we want to look at these guys. Okay? So hopefully that gave you a little insight into how to find the tangent line, where the tangent line is horizontal. You set it equal to 0. You set the derivative equal to 0. Good luck.